A space for my fans and me to interact, make art and have fun. It's a one-man show and entirely free. I do it every single week except some. I'm waiting to go, it's all live and online, so you should stick around and say hello. Are you feeling creative? Cause now's the time. Welcome to the Most Week Show.
I am not me. I am art, and I am welcoming you to the Most Week Show. It's currently 9:06 a.m. on the 30th of August, 2020. And you are here with me right now, and I thank you for that. If we were allowed to be together physically, I would show my appreciation for you, physically, with a hug, with a kiss, or with an offered arm, like, hey, so that we can you can link your arm with my arm, and we can walk into the party together even though we wore the same outfit. We're quirky. As 'tis, the best I can do is raise a glass to you, and you can raise a glass to me as well if you like. Certainly nobody's going to stop you. We like to start the show with a toast round here because it brings everybody together as one before the show begins proper. So here goes. I hope you've all got your beverages. I'll leave it to the side so you can see my face. To you, to me, and to the knee. Who cares if you're the ugliest part of the leg? Without you, we'd be just like Lego people. Cheers. The very rare triple dip there. Very rare triple dip. Can I go any lower? I can't go any lower. This is as low as I go. Hello, weaklings. Gosh, hello, weaklings. How are we all? SJ Beck 72. The last most week show of August. What a great point that is. What a great point. What a wonderful August it's been. Most week show wise. Zachalicious. Yo to you too, sir. Definitely not due to hello everybody. Hello to you. Juice Dota with that lovely lady waving every morning. It's not really the start of the show until I see that wave, Juice Dota, so thank you for delivering. TB Douglas, hello, good morning to you. Definitely not Duda. Chink chink with the clink clink, I suppose, would be the slightly more sensitive. Nana Hobob, hello to you. What is that? Is that a couple of legs? Okay. Express yourself, Nana Hobob. I'm not going to tell you to stop doing that. Anna Karine, cheers. TB Douglas, cheers. Zachalicious, what are you sipping? Well, I'll tell you what I'm sipping here. This is a little bit of apple juice. A little bit of juice d'apple, as the French might say. Why am I drinking some juice that has been siphoned from the very flavour heart of a beautiful, hopefully English, but failing that any sufficiently tasty country's apple? Because this keeps me focused, guys. This keeps me focused. Yeah? Much of my day, as I'm sure you can appreciate, is spent flitting, yeah, between incredible thoughts of incredible concepts and projects. Oh, here's a brand new word, whoosh, yeah? Here's a facial expression that no one's ever thought of, zoom. Here's a poem about a snail, chamois, right? So often, I need just a little bit of help just to focus in on just one idea, just one, yeah? And so I pour myself a shimmering golden glass of apple juice, yeah? Oh, look at that. And I look at the bottle and I realize, yeah, I should concentrate. Beautiful. It's all about concentration, just focusing in. Zachalicious, you're juicing as well. That's wonderful. Legs with knees. That's what you were doing, Nana. That was beyond me for a moment, but probably just because I've got a lot of other things on my mind, so I didn't quite. Yeah? Hope you forgive me, baby. So I'm concentrating with the apple juice, but how hard should I concentrate? That's the question, I think, that needs to be answered. How hard should I concentrate? I'd probably say as hard as Woo! It's family simile time. Use your imaginospheres to think of something that is hard, or someone who is hard, or a situation where something or someone would be hard if something particular would happen to them, or for them, or with them. Yeah? And don't say hard as nails. Don't say hard as nails, guys. Okay? Because that's the one everyone uses. This segment is about pushing forward the boundaries of language. So really engage those imaginospheres. Yeah? Really engage those imaginospheres with this word. With this word that has multiple meanings as well. Let's not forget that. Multiple meanings of hard. So maybe it's as hard as nail exams. You know, the exams to become a nail technician. They don't just let any old idiot work on people's fingernails, guys. I mean, I don't want to do all your work for you, but really get creative here. And at the end of the show, I will pick a winner. And if that's you, your name is going to go on the ticker below. Whoa, yeah, we did get the timing right. That's good. The Roblets there, following it across, won last week with as grateful as someone being handed a homemade cookie. A great simile. An inspirational simile. A simile that inspired me to look up several recipes for cookies, all of which look delicious. And then I went to sleep. Yeah. Then I woke up. And then I ordered some cookies from Midnight Cookies. Okay? Bear with me. Let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something right now. When you just don't have the emotional bandwidth to make cookies at home, okay? Buying some that somebody else made in their home is just as good. That was wonderful. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Anyway, next week you could be on the ticker. So get commenting, yeah? With those similes. Get them in the chat. Let's go back to Maine while I finish off this bit of cookie. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Let's kick it off with a bit of your art, guys. That's what gets me high, yeah, in the morning. Checking out your work. Let's do it.
I shall give you a task, it will not be that big an ask, but possibilities are vast, so to impress. Please take a photo while at all once, all the options you've explored, or just use one you took before and win by SnapQuest.
SnapQuest indeed. SnapQuest indeed. It is time to look at some weakling art. I charged you all rather, with a SnapQuest this week to take a photo, or snap, inspired by the prompt sign, or signs. If you want to go plural for it, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. And let me tell you, I got some outstanding photo arts. Yeah, it's a word. So let's have a look at what we got and who gets the victory. Who gets that V or that W, depending on which way you're defining victory or win. I'm going to kick it off with... where are we? Here we are. Going to kick it off with TB Douglas. Long-time weakling. Hello, TB. Hello, TB. Boom. That's what TB sent us in. Starts us off with a perfect encapsulation of a sign. Okay? That is a sign. That is a sign right there. Ticks all the boxes. Also, there's a nice bit of motion blur in this that indicates movement of some kind, a kineticism that I really enjoy, so well done. But wait, there's more. TB provided a little bit of context to this one, of the meaning behind the art. It's why paintings in galleries have a little thing to the side. So you say, oh, that's nice. What does it mean? Yeah? What does it mean? There's a bit of shadow as well. I like that definitely not Duda. Absolutely. There's a bit of shadow. So it kind of breaks the illusion that this is, just an individual. But it brings TB. I can only assume that is TB. I hope that's TB. Otherwise, this breaks the rules. The shadow of TB onto the sign. That's a great point, definitely. Great point, definitely. TB's providing us a little bit of context here. TB says, I thought it was representative of 2020 and the impact that COVID-19 has had on our lives. Maybe there's a message about flexibility and adaptability in this sign that we could all learn from. Boom. Something that I've picked up from the other arts TB has given the show. There's often a little nugget of hope in there. Have you noticed this? Little nugget of hope. Often a little look toward a hopefully brighter future. And I like that positivity from TB. I like this a lot. This is all just a detour, people. All of this nightmare, just a detour. And we will resume our normal route just as soon as we can, yeah? Obviously, except for the dead people. Thank you very much, TB. We'll do the applause at the end. That's fine. We'll do the applause at the end. Next up, we have Definitely Not Duda. And I've set the prompt for sign, okay? Obviously, TB went with the sign, and that's amazing. Big fan of that, yeah? But it's similarly thrilling when a prompt is taken in a direction that I could not even have dreamt of when I set it. Enter Definitely Not Duda. Boom. Boom. This is what Definitely Not Duda sent in. And it's really interesting, isn't it? Really interesting. I said sign or signs and definitely just took a picture of the word signs, yeah? But had the good sense to pop that word next to Gillian Anderson, who is always an enjoyable thing to look at. Always an enjoyable thing to look at. Now, I did some research, and it turns out that this episode of The X-Files in question centers on a snake-handling church, okay? A group of people who interpret a passage of the Bible that talks about picking up serpents to mean that you should love picking up snakes, because if they bite you, when you really believe in Jesus, as I'm sure we all do, then they won't poison you. You just laugh. Even though it probably hurts a little bit still with the teeth going in, you can just laugh at, ha 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 ha. To heck with your poison, snakes. I've got Jesus on my side. Yeah? So if this photo definitely was a veiled reference to how much sense this show makes, then I take that as a strong compliment. If I'm as logical as a snake-handling Pentecostal church, I think I'm doing all right. Also, I enjoy that the quest that definitely went on here consisted of sitting on the sofa and taking a picture of the TV. Not all quests have to be o'er hill and dale, guys. Sometimes that's it. Wonderful work. Wonderful work. Next up, we have Killer Kilch. Now, Killer Kilch gave us something different.
Signs. They're everywhere. Sometimes in the wrong place. Sometimes at the right time. They'll tell you something and send you in the right way. Movies will just give you a sign that they're just that good. Signs will tell you what to do. Signs will tell you where not to go. Some signs just tell you it's time. Some signs send you to food. Some signs tell you to vote. Some signs say, hey, I'm creative. Some signs are just the signs of our time. And this is my favorite yet.
Whoa! Let's get rid of that because we're not talking about that anymore. Whoa! What a piece of work that was! To take all of those photos, edit them together with music, and provide voiceover. That is, as Anna Karine rightly points out, above and beyond. There is irony in there. There was pondering in there. There was punnery in there. A little bit of silliness, but making a very strong point at the same time. It's a lot to digest there. A lot to digest. A real stew of ideas. Must have taken Killer a long time to take all those pictures, including one, I believe, of Kate Blanchett. Tracking her down must have been difficult, especially in a lockdown. I think she's in Australia. For that, Killer deserves a heck of a lot of credit, guys. A whole heck of a lot of credit, yeah? Unfortunately, the quest was to produce a photo, and this is a video, so it is disqualified, which is such a shame. Such a shame, but still, that doesn't take away from the fact that it's a delightful piece of work, okay? So well done, Killer. I mean, if the brief was to make a video, who knows how you would have fared? Pretty well, probably. Pretty well indeed. And then, but finally, ladies and gents, we have the winner. The winner of this week is our old YouTube chum, Egg Garnish Austin, who has sent us in this wonderful piece of work. Absolutely stunning photo of a sign. What I think I like most about this one is the implications, yeah? We look at this sunset, one of the most powerful artistic cards that this earth has to offer. We see the colours dancing with each other, ebbing and flowing to create a palette of intense and vibrant hues and tones. All the more beautiful for its impermanence. Yeah? It's here one moment. It's lost behind the horizon the next. A unique work of art that the sun and the atmosphere and the clouds provide us with. And then this photo says, if you think that's beautiful, you should check out what's off to the left here. And the mind boggles. Could it be God? Could it be God off screen? What could it be an angel? Is it a perfectly cooked pizza? We'll never know, but our imaginospheres will create such wonder trying to imagine here. And that is what this snap has given me. So Egg, congratulations on winning this edition of SnapQuest. Very well deserved. And thank you to everybody who submitted their art, okay? They were all awesome. And yes, let's get some applause. Let's get some applause in the chat, because what a wonderful week of SnapQuest this was. Fantastic. Now I want pizza. Absolutely. That's what this photo has given you. Definitely. A craving for pizza. So good. And I saw the comment earlier that the quest wasn't even to the sofa. Just in bed. Just bish in bed. That's, if there was an award for the smallest quest this week, or ever, I'd imagine it'd be difficult to get a smaller one. Points are going to you. That's wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Gosh. If you guys want to be involved with the next edition of SnapQuest, that is the right reaction. Congratulations. Simply take a photo inspired by the next prompt and email it to iamnotme@gmail.com. And that next prompt is, are you ready? Water. There it is. Water. So take a photo inspired by the prompt of water and email it to iamnotme@gmail.com. Feel free to give it a title if you wish. Feel free to give it some context if you wish, or just send the photo. It's entirely up to you. It's your art. I don't want to control it beyond, the aforementioned prompt. So thank you all so much for getting involved with that. Wonderful stuff. Let's go back to main. Let's do another slide. I enjoyed that before. Big shout out to ESCP for their track Lucid Dreaming, used in the countdown. Eagle-eared weaklings will remember ESCP from one of the first ever episodes of the Most Week show, when I used one of their songs as a countdown. So this is actually the first time we have had an artist or group feature twice on the countdown, except for that week when there were technical difficulties and I just had to use an old one again. But this is the first time it's happened deliberately, which is very important. The reason for this, I enjoyed ESCP's work so much that I paid actual money when I didn't have to. Could have used them all for free, but I paid for an album of their work, which means that I am pretty generous. And it also means that because I like to get my money's worth, that you'll likely be hearing a lot more of ESCP in the coming weeks, because I've paid for it now, I own it, so I'm gonna just ring every, yeah. Oh, but it's nice though, isn't it? It's nice music, just super chill, super nice, super synthy. It's like I imagine the music would be in the Garden of Eden. If the Garden of Eden turned out to be just a, some kind of holographic simulation, like the Matrix. Just chilling with God and talking snakes. Snakes again. Like the snake handlers before. Oh my god, that's weird.
I give props cause though I'm great, there's lots of art I see that's made by artists that are almost but not quite as good as me. I am a giver, super selfless, gather round to see just who will get a most sought after, not me branded. Well done you.
That's right. That's right. It's time for Well Done You, where I shine my light on an artiste who might not necessarily even consider themselves an artiste, but by creating a little bit of work that they might not necessarily consider work, have brightened my life. Yeah? Let me tell you a truth, guys. Let me tell you a truth that any doctor or nurse or, whatever non-binary medical professionals are called will back me up on. Aside from the heart and the brain, the most important part of the body for our overall health is our bum. Yeah? And when I say bum, for Americans out there, I'm not referring to a homeless person. No. I'm referring to the bottom. Yeah? The keister. The rear end. The backside. The posterior. The derriere. The back door. The badonkadonk. The batty. The booty. The buns. The tuchus. The hiney. The fudge factory. Yeah? The fart box. Okay? The juicy double. The baby cakes. The pantaloops. Yeah? The kitchen stink. Or simply the arse. Yeah? We've all got one. And if something goes wrong with the old lower back, then you can be in serious trouble. Yeah? And I had forgotten that. As I think we all have here. The anus is seen as just that thing that gets rid of our waste. Something we don't have to think about. Like bin or garbage men. It just happens in the background, yeah? But in reality, it is a wonder shoot that should be celebrated. And do you know who reminded me of that? Jesus. Jesus reminded me in the most heroic way possible. Yeah? By having something terrible happen to his own bum to act as a cautionary tale. What a guy. It was all for me. I'm not going to go into detail about what happened. Not going to go into detail about what happened because it's gross and contains lots of words that you don't want to hear about in the morning, like discharge and chunky. You don't want to hear that. So I wouldn't want you to have to hear those words, so I'm not even going to say them. But I thought I would take you through just how Jesus handled things, okay? As a reminder to pay attention to your tradesman's entrance. Okay? Digital. Here we go. So basically, Jesus was chewing and scratching himself, something furious, which was horrible to see. So I took him to the vet, Bamfield Vets in Ballard, for those in the Seattle area, and they sorted him out, okay? They explained to me what went wrong. I felt a little woozy, had a little sit down, and then they simply told me what I had to do now. They got the idea of it, yeah? And it turned out that what would take more time to heal than the bum itself was the damage Jesus had done to himself trying to sort it out himself, yeah? He had chewed a chunk out of one of his haunches. which the vet shaved so air could get to it. It's rough. It's pretty gross, isn't it? It's pretty gross. Here's a little closer look at it. I had to make sure that he wouldn't chew anymore. I had to make sure that he couldn't reach it, and you can't reason with him because he's a very forceful personality, a very forceful personality. He's willful. Takes after his old man. So I had to get him a cone. No, I had to get him a cone. Which at first I thought he enjoyed wearing, but then he looked at me with desperation. And this one might be as difficult to watch as the chewed bum. Look at that little face. It says, "Please don't make me wear this. Please don't make me wear this." Bad news on bad news, right? Well, the good news is that I learned I needed to give him some pills, and because he's such a tiny little thing, the pills he had were as cute a medication as I've ever seen. Look at that. Look how tiny. Look how tiddly tiny. That's wonderful. And he took them all with a decent amount of cheese to disguise the flavour. But luckily, he has for many years been operating with a no-chew consumption technique, which I assume he must have learned from some kind of health gut technician, must have some kind of benefit. He just inhales it, which I don't know. I haven't read about it, but I trust him. So pills went down pretty easily. And then once we got to the end of the treatment, I took him to the groomer to try and even out the fur so he didn't feel so self-conscious. And as you can see, he is feeling a lot better now. So let's go a little closer. There he is. So he's feeling a lot better now. Thank you for your concern. Anna Karine, poor pup, absolutely. Zachalicious, poor baby. Yeah, absolutely. Emma Acton, did he eat some poisoned pate? No, I don't think he did. I think it was just I feel like you've mentioned the pate before. Some kind of obsession with you. That's fine. Stuart's eaten, ouch, absolutely. TB Douglas, poor Jesus, absolutely. Nana Hobob, hang in there, Jesus. Thank you. I know he'll appreciate that, Nana. That's wonderful. Zachalicious, he looks like a future emperor. I mean, if there's any justice in this world, Zachalicious, he will be. Because if he's emperor, I can't even work out what I would be. But I imagine it'd be a lot of fun. The moral of the story, guys, is to pay attention to your bum. Because if you're not careful, you'll have to shave one of your hams and take some pills, okay? Jesus is lucky. He knows it, I know it, and now you all know it, okay? I want you to be kind to your bums, yeah? I want you to become friends with your bum. Because here's the thing. If your friend told you that they were in pain, you'd listen, wouldn't you? So today, before you go to bed, I want you to do me a little favour, guys. A little favour. That's what I want. I want you to give your bum a hug. Just a good, solid bum hug to tell your bum that you love it. Bum hug very simply consists of reaching back with both hands, grasping a buttock in each palm, and just squeezing. Yeah, just squeezing. Now, some of you will be thinking, well, what's the difference between a bum hug and a bum grope? And the answer to that is simple, okay? Intention. So thank you, Jesus, and well done you for teaching us, for giving us all a handy reminder, a timely reminder to pay attention to our bums. But after all his exertions, Jesus was tuckered out, actually, which gave me an idea. There's a lot of unpleasantness in the world at the moment, lots of nastiness and fighting. Obviously, the coronavirus is rumbling on. There's a lot of kind of divisiveness between people, between the experts and the non-experts. Everybody seems to think that they know what the right thing is to do. This week, these couple of weeks just gone, in the United States, we've had lots of politics the Democrats said, hey, here's what we want to do, and the Republicans said, hey, here's what we want to do, and it was all, very blustery, and I'm just kind of, a bit tired of it. So I thought the best thing to do would be just for us all to have a little relax. And who better to help us relax than Jesus?
Once upon a time, Mummy Bear, Daddy Bear and Baby Bear returned home to find a young lady with brilliant golden hair, appropriately named Goldilocks, trying and failing to get into their home past their good quality home security system. The bears felt sorry for this tired, hungry, desperate girl and invited her inside for a sit down in a chair, some porridge and a nap in a bed which were, per her preferences, fairly soft, lukewarm and medium respectively. Having been shown kindness at her lowest point, Goldilocks found the courage to clean up her act and never burgled again, and they all lived peacefully ever after.
It's nice, isn't it? Just to take a moment, gosh, this is warm, just to take a moment and just be, just be. It's nice. I enjoy it. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. How are we all doing? Cute, much happier, best boy, absolutely. He is the best boy. Let's get bum hug trending. So Stuart Seaton, Emma Acton goes with hashtag bum love. Yeah, let's get some bum love out there, guys. Let's get some bum love out there. Gosh. Look at us making time. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. We've got something. It actually kind of kicked in last week. I made it for last week, but there wasn't time for the last episode. The episode was so full of wonderful content that there just wasn't time. What am I referring to? I think you know.
Art bet! To challenge yourself is artistic. Art bet! I'll give you options you can pick. Art bet! Take a guess, see if you won. Art bet! It's not for money, just for fun. Art bet!
Here it is, guys. Here it is. It's the art bet. The fun of having this made for an episode 2 weeks ago, but not doing it 2 weeks ago, and in fact doing it for today, is that I have entirely forgotten what it is. I'm going into it as the rest of you are. I get to experience this art bet in the same way as all of you guys. And let me tell you, so far, listen to my heart. I mean, maybe the microphone's not good enough, but it's really rat-a-tat-tat. It's absolutely thrilling. So remind me, what do you have for us today, Notme, you purebred show dog of a man? Ooh. Still no audio, no? Still no audio. For the love of God. But it's saying this... Okay. I thought it was all going too smoothly. Let's see. Let's have a little test. let's have my little tester music that always kind of chills me out, and I hope it'll chill you out, and I hope you'll be able to hear it. There should be music playing at the moment. Is there music playing? Can you hear music? No. I thought we'd work this out, guys. I thought we'd work this out, Apple. Right, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing here? We're going to take this back to nothing. We're going to... Can't get rid of that because that's going to stop the whole thing. We're going to get rid of that. Going to give that a try, maybe. See if that works. See, you know, in a lot of shows, you wouldn't necessarily get to see all this. But I think it makes me all the more endearing. That's my take on it. Right, we're going to open this with QuickTime. And we're going to play... Anything. Thank you, Juice Dota. Flip on a stick! Come on! Okay, so what are we doing here? I think we're gonna have to go old school like the last one. This is just... Isn't this just... No, that's working now again. Yes? You can hear what is being said through the thing. And that can't be turned up, but we don't need that anymore, do we? Because that is not even doing what it's supposed to be doing. So that's fine. We do internal speakers. Here we go. We turn it up.
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge will be undertaken by the Seattleites. Yeah, that's right, the people of Seattle. When you boil existence right down, eliminating fun and art and delicious, delicious pastry goods, the purpose of life is procreation, to graffiti the unattended fence of life with children. I was here. In doing so, you ensure that your DNA remains after you die so that the world may still speak your name. Your name by that point, of course, will be Grandpa. You're born, you pump out as many kids as possible, you look after them fairly well, and then you pass on. It's a system that's worked for millions of years, or thousands of years if you go by the Bible. And it's still working well for most people, especially people who are going by the Bible. aka Catholics. They flippin' love having kids. But what happens when people stop loving having kids? What happens when people don't take an emotional look at the issue, or a biological one, but instead an intellectual one? What happens when people start thinking, well, I want something to love and to love me, but maybe a kid just isn't right for me. Maybe I don't like the idea that one day my child will grow up and start talking back and ignore me. Maybe the world has too many people already. Maybe a lot of the worst people I know were sired by people who didn't expressly want them, but instead merely engaged in baby making because they felt they had to. Maybe I should just get a dog instead. The world of Seattle has embraced that thinking, and how. Here's a fact about Seattle and dog ownership. Wow, can you believe that? That's crazy, right? But how dog crazy is Seattle? I have a dog, of course I do, you all know Jesus, and I walk him every day, twice a day, because Well, I guess I'm just a good parent. And when we walk, we see dogs, and we rarely see kids. So come on, Seattle, show us your pooches. That's Seattle's art challenge. Your art bet is simply, how many will we see? Back to you, Notme.
Oh. Okay. Good job. This isn't just a massive hassle, isn't it? Okay, so it's all about dogs and Seattle, and how many dogs Jesus and I are going to see on our walk. Okay, that's what we're dealing with here. Let's see some things to consider before you make your guesses. Thing to consider number one: the walk will start at 7:50 a.m. Will take approximately 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes. So that's how long we're dealing with. That's what time it is. Okay, so it's early. It's pre-work for a lot of people. Thing number two: the walk will go through Myrtle, Edwards, and Olympic sculpture parks. Now, obviously, for those of you who don't live in Seattle, that's not going to mean a huge amount, other than to say it's like two parks that we're going through. I mean, they're two parks that are kind of joined onto each other. So it's either one big park or two smaller parks, depending on how you choose to live your life. But it's a park-based walk, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. So ain't just wander in the streets. Thing number three: if I seize a dog, I count the dog, okay? Proximity, not a factor. We don't have to be within a certain distance. If I can eyeball a dog, the dog goes in the count, okay? What have we got? Emma Acton says, "Not me, you've lost me this week. I'm a cat lover." That's fine. That's fine. I would say that preferring cats to dogs, whilst arguably the wrong way of looking things, does not preclude you from entering into this art bet. A love of dogs is not a prerequisite. Let's say that. Anna Karine, we can convert you. Jesus can convert you. He can. And that's a good test, actually. If Jesus hasn't convinced you that dogs are numero uno, then, you know, the good news is you are a lost cause. So don't pay it any more heed. Nana Hobbo, good feeling about this art bet. I mean, when do you not, right? What are your options? What are your options here? What are you dealing with, guys? What are you dealing with? Oh, wait, no, that was pause on the wrong. That was... okay. What are your options? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. A, we're looking at 1 to 5. B, 6 to 10. C, 11 to 15. D, 16 to 20. Or E, 21 plus. And feel free to throw out any more questions that you consider to be pertinent before you make your choice. I'm not going to be here to rush you guys, okay? I tell you what, with all the technical hassles, it's a good job I'm having a cookie for breakfast, really. So again, thank you to the Roblets for maintaining my chill, which I think you'll agree I handle perfectly. Okay. Emma Acton goes with a C, 11:15. Nana Hobbob rocking an E. TB Douglas going for a B, okay. Anna Karine D, Juice Doe to E, definitely not due to D. Okay. Stuart Seaton B. That's fair enough. No A's so far. That's fine. I don't require A's. Yeah. I got through school without them. I'm going to get through this without them. SJBEX72 goes with an E. Okay. Okay. I get it, guys. I get it. Is that everybody? That might be everybody. There was somebody that said hello before, but I assume they have gone. Hugh Jazz 334 said, "Yo, what's up?" And so Hugh Jazz, if you're still here, then feel free to get involved. Zachalicious goes with an E. Awesome. Thank you guys for getting involved, for making your choices. I'm going to have to turn the microphone around because the setup that we've got here is apparently from the late 1970s. So here we go. Good luck.
Okay, good luck to everybody. Thank you very much for making your guesses. I will now hand over to Notme from tomorrow morning, where it'll be far too early to have recorded that big intro I did before. Night.
So here I am, and there Jesus is. Let's go hunt some dogs.
Anything on the... No dogs on the grass, no.
That's me. Nothing.
Nothing's the school there. No, it's too early, I guess. Only the weird kids who get dropped off really early because their parents are in high-powered jobs.
Nothing. I honestly thought there would be far more dogs than there are. I don't know how quite to deal with this. No dogs, no dogs, no dogs, no dogs. Do you know where all the dogs are? Have they told you? No. No, they don't tell him anything. Where are the dogs?
We should stick with somebody standing there. Here we go, guys. Number one.
That's a dog. We got our first one. Here we go. Also, count how many times I say, here we go. Boom. Dog. So heading on the bridge now to Myrtle Edwards Park, which I believe is going to be the motherlode of dogs. This is where we kick into high gear, guys. Here we go. Here we go. That's another one. That's 3, 4 maybe. Man jogging. Somebody doing some manual labour. Come on. There I am, at least. Oh. Dog. There we go. Here we go. Dog on a jog. Dog up here as well. Dog on a jog. Double dog. 2 dogs. Here we go. On the beach now. There must be some... Oh. I have to stop and zoom here. Right at the end there. There's a dog just though. Really having to fight for these guys. Really having to fight. Double dog. Double dog. Dog on dog. Dog. Maybe it is too early, TB. Yeah. Small dog down by the railroad tracks. Larger dog looking at the smaller dog. Third dog just behind, heading towards the railroad tracks. Racking them up, baby. And another 2 dogs here. See, here we go. Here we go. That's another one. Maybe 5, 6. Dog. Dog. You know, just have to be patient. There's like 5 dogs. Pick it up, baby. In a very short space there. Good things come to those who wait, guys. Small dog. Over there. Double dog there. Double dog. Dog. Another zoom. Dogs. Plural. Two dogs. 2 dogs. And as we prepare to cross over the road to get back to our building, I'm prepared to call time. I can't see any more dogs here. So there we go. Congratulations. If you guessed correctly, use this victory as a sign that this upcoming week is going to be your week. It's going to be tippity-toppity. How could it not be? God is on your side. For those of you who didn't guess correctly, don't worry about it. It doesn't mean a thing. But what do we learn here today? Well, we learned that if you, like I, often go out dog hunting, looking for dogs and hoping to see dogs so that you can look at those dogs and think, I think I would be friends with those dogs, and you don't see any dogs at the beginning, keep the faith. Good things happen to those who wait. Also, we learned that it's incredibly hot today, and I'm probably going to have to dispose of this t-shirt when I get back because the underarms have become irreparably discoloured. Here we go. There we go. There we go indeed, Notme. Congratulations, yeah. Lots of dogs cropping up there. Lots of dogs towards the end. Started slow, finished strong. Like a lot of the best movies or songs. Lots of twists this episode, says Zachalicious. Absolutely. Absolutely. As I said on this week's I Am Smart quiz on Thursday, the worst thing that you can do, guys, is to get comfortable. Yeah, to try and second guess, oh, I know what Notme's going to do here. Because I'm going to take your world and I'm going to turn it upside down. That's what I do. Stuart Seaton says a lot of double dogs. I agree. I think it was the double dogs that really pushed it up. Had there been more single dogs, it really wouldn't have got that high. So I think if we can give the victory to anybody, it is those double dogs. Are there more cats than children in Seattle, Notme, says Emma Acton? I don't know. But I doubt it. Juice Dota, Seattle doesn't disappoint. Absolutely not. Woofers abound, says Nana Hobbob. And Juice Dota throws in, is that 21 dogs? I don't know. But I know that Juice Dota is one of the correct guessers. So well done you, Juice. Well done you. And thank you all for getting involved with that one. Let's go for a wipe up. There it is, wipe up. Oh, well, we got there in the end. That wasn't the easiest art bet, as they haven't been the last few weeks. I really need to try and work out how to sort that out properly, because it's it's the old stress level right up there. What's coming up next? Well, it's nearly 10 o'clock, so we are really wrapping it up here. Let's go for a starburst for the home art before the next week's episode. There will be an episode next week, which is wonderful. I might be going away a few weekends in the next few weekends, so I'm going to keep you abreast of the schedule, the show schedule, the show shed. But next week, absolutely, we're having a quiz. We're definitely having a quiz. That's point 3. I Am Smart on Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Or what some people are doing, and when I say some people, I do mean Anna Karine. Not so interested in the quiz, because the quiz consists of trivia questions and musings, which is more kind of creative thought. Yeah, and some people, again, exclusively Anna Karine, has taken to occasionally ignoring the quiz and just dropping into the quiz, not at 6 p.m. Pacific, more at kind of 6:45 to 7 p.m. Pacific, and just getting involved in those musings. And do you know what, guys? Do you know what? That's absolutely fine. For me, that's just a creative way of getting what you want out of the show. You know, it's for everybody here. So if you want to just be a lurker, if you want to lurk around like Anna Karine, that's absolutely fine. Just pop along at kind of 6:45 to 7. That's generally when we start going through the answers and the musings. And that is really a very gratifying time to watch the show. But if you want to get involved in the trivia, it's a lot of fun. 6 p.m. Pacific. Let's go backwards. Why not? Who's going to tell us what to do? Number 2, create a vision of Notme. We had Killer Kilch this week, just editing a photo. I'm surprised Killer Kilch had the time to do that after doing that video as well. But the vision of Notme was a wonderful photo. It was on my Instagram and Facebook this Friday. And next Friday, it could be yours. So create a vision of Notme. Could be drawn, could be manipulating a photo. It could be a collage of some kind. It could be a sculpture of some kind. Just some kind of visual art of me and my face. Just this face right here. There's your reference. Isn't this fun? I'm enjoying this. This is Pterodactyl's amazing. Alexa, turn the Notme light blue. That's what I do most of the week. Although that doesn't show up as well. But yeah, create a vision of Notme. Make sure it's real good. I'm excited because the standard has been very high. Red. The standard has been very high. But I'm looking forward to seeing those, and they'll be going every Friday. And then number one next week for the 6th of September 2020 episode, it's going to be an Acolyte Poetry Corner. The theme is school. Emma Acton has already sent in an absolute banger. So that, again, the standard is very high so far, and I know that it will continue to be high if you send one in as well. Yeah, you. I'm specifically talking about you. So that's your home art. Get involved if you wish. If you don't, it's fine. Just watch the show next week. There's no rules against that. What have we got to do before the end? We've got to do the... Where are we? We've got to do the... family simile. We've got to do the family simile. We've had some great suggestions here. As hard as getting an anxious cat into its carrier case, definitely not Duda. Wonderful. I imagine that would be very, very tricky indeed. Very, very tricky indeed. I have never owned a cat, but I know that if Jesus gets anxious, he'll break the skin. He doesn't even care. As hard as keeping quiet in the library, Emma Acton. Sometimes it is difficult, isn't it? Just to kind of keep your joy at all the knowledge that's in front of you from just... They frown upon that. As hard as resisting the smell of a bacon sandwich, SJ Beck 72. Absolutely. Are you a ketchup or brown sauce, SJ Beck 72? Or what topping do you have on your bacon sandwiches? For me, I'm a ketchup guy. I'm old school. As hard as explaining TikTok to your parents, Anna Karine, I imagine that would be tricky. It's difficult enough for me to understand it, and I am really, really sharp. And then another Anna Karine, as hard as watching your sweet animal family member suffer. Really was. It really was. Thank you for that empathy. But the winner of this week, let's have another starburst. Zachalicious, as hard as resisting making an inappropriate joke for this segment. Now, what I like about this is that it's something that I suffer with as well. Not me's PG, sure, but sometimes an idea will come to me that's beyond the pale, that's a little bit blue, and I have to resist that as well. And it's sometimes by keeping that resistance, by really, limiting yourself, that the best art can happen. Yeah? And that's what I liked about this, Zachalicious. So well done, you. You'll be on the ticker for next week. And that is it. That is officially it. Let's have another slide. I'm enjoying the slides this week. Another A1 episode over. Thank you all for watching and engaging and making it, I think, the best episode that I have ever created. Apologies for anybody's Alexas who just went off because of what I said. But well done, you, for playing most week's show nice and loud. Thank you, Emma Acton, Nana Hobbob. Well done, Nana Hobbob, for winning the Art Bet, and Juice Dota, and SJBX72, I believe. Well done, you. Stuart Seaton, thank you very much for watching. TB Douglas, thank you very much for watching. Anna Karine, thank you very much for watching. Egg Garnish Austin, if you're watching, thank you very much. Well done, you, for winning the Snap Quest. Everybody coming together, having some fun. It's just the best time of the week, isn't it? It's just the best time of the week. I am Notme. I am Art. And I'm wishing you all a very happy, a very bum-focused, #bumlove, guys. Remember those bum hugs. I'm not sure I can ask for evidence of those without breaking some kind of decency rules, but if you want to just drop a message on my Facebook wall or something, just saying, hey, Notme, did a bum hug, felt sublime, then that, that's all I need. And I hope you have a very creative week ahead. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.
The hardware didn't work again, the audio. Yeah, I know. I mean, I would just cancel the whole thing, but I don't want the weaklings to kill themselves. They flippin' love ArcVet.
What a great show we all made just now. It was creative, live and divine. You did wonderful work, so go and take a bow. Just a slightly smaller bow than mine. So I'll see you right here next week, same time. What will happen? Gosh, I just don't know. But I can promise you this, I'm going to blow your mind next week on the Most Week Show.